few moments later.
Cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. I'm watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. Yeah, I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, that's all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame, but all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things actually happen, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go, but I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry left in the rain.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indoor Farmer, guys. It is episode 106 tonight. Happy Monday. It is October 9th, into that spooky season. I feel like I'm going to say it on every episode, the whole month. It's the only month that I feel is okay to celebrate the holiday the whole time. Christmas kind of gets a pass a little bit. But yeah, it's Halloween month, guys. Hope y'all are having a good time in that adjustment period in the weather and the seasons. And of course, we got harvest time upon us. Siir SteveO and I are going to talk about that here in a minute. But before we do, please smash that like button, share us out with your friends, and head on over to the Rumble, where you can also smash the like button and throw some comments in there and hang out on the bask in the freedom over there. But yeah, definitely come and join us, guys, and check it out. We have some good information for you tonight. And I think we may still have a musician intermission tonight. We're not 100% on that one yet, but we'll play it by ear. It's always just an intermission to hang out and hear some tunes. But we do have SteveO with us. Siir SteveO, what's up, bro?
Hey, how's it going, man? Long time no see since the concert last night where we were out in the cold.
Yeah, it was getting cold at night for sure, and I'm tired, man. I tell you, I'm tired today. How about you? Did you made it home all right and everything? You went on your other errands and stuff?
I didn't get home till about an hour ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I spent the whole day and had a good time today. But I traveled most of the day. It took about 3 hours. So that's not bad. That's worth every bit of it. Every bit of travel.
That's not too bad. Yeah. Nah. You just went to a lot of places and
before you get
and meeting hands. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Before you get sick and tired of being on the road, once you're about sick and tired of being on the road, you're 3/4 of the way through it. So.
Right. Yeah, just about then. Or, sometimes taking a quick break too can help revitalize you.
Yeah.
What's up, Heather? What's up, John and Jess? Hello, guys. Appreciate you coming through. I was actually able to tag some tonight. The tag thing opened back up for me, which is funny.
I see that.
It's like I just leave it alone for a while, then it comes back. Like, all right, whatever. Anyway, so we're going to have a good night. Got 6 people hanging out already over on the Rumble. We got Lisa May, got Eric over there. What's up, guys? Appreciate you coming over there. All right, let me pull up my video. It's kind of long. It's about 25 minutes. I actually sped it up a couple times. It was longer than that. So we'll just get into it here. Actually, before we get into it, let's do a quick dab.
I was going to say, how about let's smoke
for a little while? Yeah, let's slow it down for a minute.
Oh, I
got to remember that we do sort of a hybrid show here, guys. You might watch YouTube shows where it's all pre-recorded and it's all very snappy and all very well edited. But we're doing a live show, and the live show sometimes can be messy. But we also don't want it to be. We want it to be a little bit of a hangout, a little bit of an enjoyable experience. But at the same time, SteveO, that kind of takes it away from the podcast arena, because podcasts are generally meant to be able. You can listen to them only. Most of the time. Video podcasts, of course, usually that you'll hear them say, if you're listening on Apple, this is what we're looking at right now. Like they'll explain it, we're looking at leaves and vegetation right now. Like that's just too much. I'm not doing all that. Heather Hadsell with 100 stars. Heather, thank you very much.
Thank you, Heather. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. You rock, Heather, man. Heather is a locals member, and if you guys are out there and you're trying to support us, and maybe you can't hang out on the show and watch the content as often, but we're doing other things in real life, growing things and building things, go join us over on locals. You got Siir SteveO and myself both over there. Got Misfit Island in the house. What's up, Misfit?
Hey.
Getting that page, working on that page, Mike. Makes sense. Page is a different experience, huh? The Facebook page is a different thing, man. It's a whole different beast. 13 over on the Rumble, just from you, 3 people hanging out over there commenting. Really appreciate that. Actually, it's only 2 of you. I'm the 3rd person. I commented too. I should pull that up, but it just takes a little bit of maneuvering to get it up there. So I'll do that while I'm heating up. A little bit of 2 birds, 1 stone kind of action here.
Yeah, one of the things about running the page is remembering whether that you're on the page or you're on your profile without switching back. Sometimes you forget to do that, you know.
Yeah, and
Uh,
one of them is connected to different things, and you're like, oh, I missed that. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. Good to zip over to Rumble, Heather. Hell yeah, we'll see you over there. Let me bring up Rumble on my end, and I'll watch those comments.
Yeah, do that. Watch yours, and also you commenting kind of helps too. The people, I think a lot of times they just want to know that we're really here. You know, even from the viewer perspective. Sometimes a lot of times when you watch shows or podcasts or anything, YouTube, Rumble wise, they're not really paying attention to the comments as much, and we try to as much as we can, but you know, like I said, it's a hybrid. It's a bit of a hybrid. All right, so
It's a hybrid.
it's a hybrid. You know, it's not a Prius, but what was I doing? Okay, so I have the chat. Oh, that's right. There's a secret. There's a super secret to sharing the chat into the window. Yes, you have to have it still open on the screen in order to make it happen. So let's see what we can do. Maybe one of these, some of this action here.
We've got Eric Preston Bach, Elisa May, and me now. So, yeah, and you commenting anyway, but you've got 12 watching over there already. We just opened up.
Yeah, and I think we are actually gaining. We're getting some regulars. You know, some regulars. And that's what feels good to me. People that know what they're getting, but they want to see what this week brings. Because every week we try to bring something new, not necessarily a new format, but you know, new content as in furthering our journey. And SteveO's got some exciting news this week with those guys. This got to be close. They got to be close. I don't know if you got some video or not, but yours got to be closer than mine. I feel like. The being in the ground, I think, makes them take longer. Their roots are happier because they're further down. They're warmer. They're not as like exposed, you know. And that's just my guess, guys. If you're out there and you know the answer, let me know. Pretty sure though that the plants in the ground last longer because of that. What's up, Ashley Huffman? How are you, girl? Smashly in the house. Get on over to that Rumble. Might do a giveaway tonight on Rumble. Just do some cash or something.
Yeah, totally.
All right, here we go. I know I heated that up a long time, but just trying to cook the stuff off that might be on it. And so far, I've kept this Terp Slurper really clean by doing that. Wipe it out immediately while it's still hot, and then you cook off everything that's still left on there.
Yes,
get
sir.
That Luca Bear. Ask SteveO or I for a discount on Luca products. I use the Luca Bear in conjunction with the Hot Knife connection, which I don't think Luca makes the Hot Knife piece, but the Bear works just great.
Do you know a Byron Renfro? Because he says that he's one of the two cops from the Afro Man concert yesterday. He says, "What up?"
I don't know. He just says the two cops from. He doesn't even say that's what he is. So cheers.
Oh, I thought he said one of them. Okay. Man, it's probably somebody we know messing with us because that's his YouTube name. But anyway, Byron, welcome. If you are new, welcome. Follow.
We all know that you use your real name on YouTube, right, Byron?
Absolutely, yes.
We're going to be talking about that concert tomorrow. I'll be showing you guys the footage and everything I got. It'll be a good episode tomorrow night.
Yep, I'll send you a picture of the guy too.
Shane, I kept saying that. Why don't you doing that?
Hey, Mama Rochi.
I think I couldn't breathe.
Boom! What's up, girl? Hey, check out Mama Rochi gave me what I needed yesterday was I needed to be able to hold my vape around my neck. Josh White gave me a lanyard, and she had the connector thing to wrap it around my vape. So between the two of them, in 5 minutes, I was hooked up.
Oh, so that they did that for you there? Okay.
Yeah, just while I was standing there, that was awesome.
Well, Shane, I wouldn't say I met him. Like, he don't know who I am, but I did get to stand next to him and get a picture.
I know. You sure did. He had the backstage pass, guys. He was utilizing it too. He was making sure that he got back there and got some really cool pictures, which you'll see tomorrow.
You know, in hindsight, I really feel like I could have done more, but it feels weird. It's like a limbo when I look at how far I've come. A lot of people remind me to celebrate my accomplishments, and that's fine. And I do think I've come a long way. But then when I go to do things like that, where it comes to whether or not I can stand there and go, yeah, hey, I'm with, I do content. And can I film this? Can I do this? And that? Like me stepping up to be able to ask for those things, the bigger ask, like, hey, I'm doing this and this. Do you think I could, do you want to have an interview? Those kind, like you can't get those unless you ask. Like you can't, like those are all opportunities left on the table. So
yeah. I
feel like I could have done more in hindsight. But it was also, one of the first times I was able to do something like that. So it was interesting, but it'll be a learning curve for next time. But you guys, yeah, it's weird. It's like in my head, I don't feel like I have pull in order to ask for things like, hey, can I record us while we're in this trailer? Like I was hanging out in his trailer and I didn't ask, in hindsight, I didn't ask if I could just set up the phone and, just record us all hanging out. And it was just me and the other like musicians that before him. And so it would have been, that's, little things, little hindsight things that, I can work on for next time, but it was fun. It was a good time.
Well, see, all you had to do was ask, and maybe we could have had him at the pad last night.
Oh, that guy. Okay. Yeah.
No,
Byron was calling us cops. That's what he was saying.
Oh yeah. Okay. But no, I meant Afro Man, and see, you missed your opportunity. You just had to ask him, and he might have come over to your house last night. You never know.
I thought about asking him on the show, guys. I apologize. I didn't get the question out there to him. But Crystal says she's tired. Yes, I was definitely tired too. Yeah, Byron is the guy that sat by us for a minute, and he said he asked me if I was a cop, and I was like, bro, cops just walked through here, like.
Oh, that's who that was. Okay.
Yeah, that's funny. I appreciate stopping through, Byron. Byron, go check out Rumble, man. Check out the Rumble. That is where it's at. That's the chat that you see on the screen right there. I want to meet Afro Man, Smashley says. Well, you know what? I hate to... I don't know. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Damn it.
Yeah, we're talking too much about the review show on Monday.
Right? Tomorrow show. All right, you guys have twisted my arm. I'll do one more dab as we're waiting for some folks to come in. Guys, share us out if you could. Really appreciate it. Those the at followers and the at highlights. I don't know what if that does a damn thing.
Hi, Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany, thanks. I did tag a few people tonight. I was able to tag again. Very interesting. If you guys are on Kick, if you're checking out that Kick site, feel free to follow me there.
Oh, that was actually a good joke then, now that I know who he was, for him to be like, hey, it's the two cops. Okay,
yeah.
I get it.
The way he said it, though, just I didn't pick it up right away. I was like,
yeah. What's up, Byron? Good to see you, buddy.
We got Blue 72. What's up, Blue 72? Who are you? Are you that could be a rumbler. That could be a fresh rumbler right there.
Ooh.
Blue 72.
I do smell it.
Whether you're fresh or not, I'm giving you the air horn. Right, Blue. You get it. You get the air horn either way. But let us know if you're coming from Facebook so that we know who you are.
Yeah, Crystal, I'll be in bed earlier tonight than normal, too. Sometimes I stay up late, but not tonight.
Right. I did. I'll be honest. I fell asleep on the couch a little bit while my son was playing some Nintendo Switch. Got him a new game, guys. The movie Cars. It was the Cars number 3, the third movie, but the video game of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was $6. Kids happy as be. It was on sale, crazy sale. Like tell you what, the Nintendo Switch has some expensive games, but they also have some hella sales and deals and awesome like $1 games, $2 games. If you guys are out there with a kid and you want to play those nostalgic games, the old school games, and all those Mario type characters, Sonic, all that stuff, the Switch is a really good system. Up till
4:30.
4:30. Driving.
Yeah.
Leslie, what's up, brother?
Screw being up till 4:30. We were long gone by then.
Leslie made his own logo. You know, it's a start. I like the logo, Leslie, but you'll want to like make it more simple at some point. But he's got a pretty cool picture that he made. Yeah. So I commend anybody that takes it upon themselves to make it, because guess what? You know, you're going to change it at some point. You're going to make another one. So what you do is you start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, and that's true. You got to make one, and then just kind of like me learning to grow, I had to start somewhere. So I thought, well, let me do something really small. That's why I did a 10-gallon aquarium. I'm like, man, if I'm going to kill a handful of fish, it won't be as big a deal, step it up. Same thing with the logos, and same thing with, like my intros and any of the video content that you make, stuff like that. Make something small, build from there,
Well, and your dream didn't really start to take off till you got the bigger tank anyway, because then that led to bigger lights. Then that led to improving everything,
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Yeah, for real. Man. Yeah, I've seen you come a long way in the last year, man, for sure. And, tonight's going to be no different, everybody. We've got Waylon showing you what's going on here in the grow room, and showing you some indoor farming, and showing you all the stuff that we show you every week, and with a bit of flash and flare and lots of good looks and comedy. And then you get to see
flowing locks.
Yep. And and these flowing locks right here, of course, right? Yeah. But so and then tonight we've got a certified segment again, with some good news for everybody. So yeah, it's a good fun time on Monday nights.
Oh, the subscription, Shane, on the Nintendo. Yeah, we do that.
Love me some farming, says Smashley. I know you do.
Smashley, the only female guest that we've ever had.
Oh, is that right?
I mean, as a grower, I mean, we've had Kim on, but I don't think Kim was our guest. Well, we had Kim, both Kims. Mm-hmm. Never mind. So I guess we should count those two.
But she is a good farmer. We'll give her that, definitely.
Oh yeah, she's doing so much too beyond just the grow tower.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man. Like you do the thing that you think is the best, which would be, maybe she thinks the grow tower is, the best thing, but then she, also does other things like trying to grow in the ground, growing pumpkins, stuff that you can't grow in the tower. And that's my philosophy too. I like indoor farming because I think it can be adapted to places on the planet that we could need it or use it. But that doesn't mean I write off all the other stuff,
Thanks, Elisa May. Saying, don't you just love these guys is exactly only one of the ton of reasons, I should say, why you are 100% certified, darling.
That's biased, just because you happen to see her today. All right, so let's pull up the video. We'll get it going.
Video time, y'all.
Because I made some decisions here. This is a full, the tank's a little dirty, I guess, from the outside. Some hard water splashing and whatnot.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's pretty clean inside. But look at the just insanity, man. They just keep going crazy.
Feed time right now, right?
Yeah. Some of them are getting big too. Like suddenly you'll see the algae eater come out of nowhere, and that thing is like 8 times bigger than anything you're looking at.
Oh, so he does make a show today. Okay.
Well, not I don't think on this video. I just mean like every now and then I'll see him pop out of nowhere sucking on the wall of the aquarium, and like he's bigger than my middle finger. You gotta hug him. Oh,
she got to hug me today. Thanks, Elisa. That was sweet. You're just a bitty thing, though. You're just a little tiny thing, like a little fairy or something.
That's okay, Leslie. We don't mind competition. It's all right, brother.
No.
A lot of people. There's a lot more people live right now than even just those two. Like millions of people probably live at the moment. So we appreciate it. But this is also something that definitely rewatchable. I'm thinking if you're over on the Rumble and you're wondering, I'm actually going to start doing the reruns again. I actually really thought that was helpful. Because when it comes to Rumble, the best thing I can do is I have to grow the follower numbers. So if you are watching right now and you haven't hit follow, please hit the follow button on the Rumble. That's really the best way that we can grow over there. It's the only thing that you can do to grow. There is ad revenue, but it's sort of a randomized, only if someone happens to click an ad and buy something, I might get a couple of pennies, or I got 30 cents or something one day last week. So it's nothing to it's nothing to shake a stick at. I'm hoping one day I can get a couple bucks a day or something, something substantial, whatever. One day that'll work. But the only way that will work is if I get that follower base up there on the Rumble. So thank you guys. And if you don't like the reruns, let me know. Leave a comment below and tell me what you didn't like about it. I always try to put on the screen, when the next live show is, the time, the time zone, everything, the day, and I tell you what's happening, replaying the most recent week's episodes or whatever. I put a message on there, so I think it makes sense. But I've had some people. We had this person on Twitch had his whole channel raid me. I guess he was live and had everybody come and raid my channel while we were playing reruns. SteveO, I told you about this, right?
Yeah.
So they all came over and I happened to pop in at that time, or no, I popped in later, and I was looking at the comments on Twitch. I don't ever do that. I just happened to go into Twitch and look, and they were all pissed off, because we weren't there. They started spamming the chat and stuff, and they were mad that we weren't reacting to it. Here's my worm bin. So this is, I think, one of the problems I have in the basement. I think I might have to take this out and put it somewhere else, man. Do something else with it, because or do some more research is all. I need to find out if worm bins generally are bad for insects, or for pests, things that we don't want,
Well, you're putting your
Thank you, Leslie. Go ahead.
You're putting organics in it, though,
yeah, but I'm burying it, and then there's there's worms, and then there's roly-polies in here, which both are fine.
Well, you got some nice black soil down there, though, too. That's
There's
under the
good stuff down
diatomaceous
there.
earth, right?
No,
Yeah.
that's cocoa. I did put some diatomaceous earth on there at times, but you don't see much right now. It's the very top layer is cocoa core, and then I'm putting in just all my trimmings and stuff. None of it goes to waste.
No.
But I don't know. I got to figure out what's happening, because I'm gonna have to get rid of all my plants and do a whole cleaning of the whole area. I think I have some gnats or something, and I keep spraying to get rid of those. Just some small things, but you got to keep up on those things when you see them. When you see little signs of any sort of pests that you don't want, then you have to really kind of go overboard almost to fix that. 22 awesome people over on the Rumble, guys. If you're on Facebook and you don't know what Rumble is, it's a free app and it's a free website, kind of like the YouTube. Come over and check it out. And if you're over there, please hit the follow button, hit that like button. That really helps us get seen more too. SteveO's over there live as well, certified, I think, or no, it's Sir SteveO, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so I added some water to the fish, or to the worms at the end there. These are my 180 back kicks from Tarantula Genetics. I forget what I was doing here. I think I added more soil, or I just
Add more soil, looks like.
Oh no. This is I was just breaking it up. You know how so after you've watered like a day or two later, a lot of times you have like a sort of a hardened over crust, right? And I'm and I got to remember that we're speaking to people that don't know what we're already saying. So like the top of that soil will sort of harden up, and then you want to just break that up a little bit and loosen it before you water. Because what happens is that soil will kind of think of like a, I don't know, dried river flats, where it's all like dried up and cracked pieces of the soil, all solid. So the water, when you water, doesn't really get distributed as well. It doesn't. It's sort of runs to those main cracks where it can go down.
Yeah, it'll hit the main cracks, and then most everything will run off to the side and hit the side of the pot and just run down the side of it and even escape the pot. It's kind of like what happened to Burning Man this year with the rain and the floods. You know, it doesn't absorb it. It just spreads out the water and doesn't, you know.
Yeah. And that's interesting too, because you think that it would still absorb, but just not the way that we want it to in the cannabis in the grow pot. But even in that situation, it was just
because
staying on the surface. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just adding some dry cocoa loco.
Yeah.
From Fox Farms, guys. Shout out to Hydro Farm. I'm just putting dry in because the soil in the potatoes seem to be extra moist still from several days. So I thought, well, let me just, break up the top, add a bunch of new soil, and actually they're doing really well. There's potatoes and sweet potatoes in there. They're doing pretty good today. I need to do some more Prime Superior sprays and maybe some other preventatives and other, need to work out other things I can do.
You like that Bush Doctor though, huh? That's pretty good stuff, I've heard.
That's the first bag I've had of it. I actually was trying to get pure cocoa, and that's what I thought this was, but it's not. Cocoa Loco is a potting soil with a high percentage of cocoa core, so it still has a lot of nutrients and all that good stuff in there. And I think that's going to help these potatoes as well, because they're mostly sitting in used soil already. But I do feed them with water from the fish tank, so typically they do get nutrients. But this is going to be a nice jolt, like a nice infusion of nutrients for them.
Definitely.
Because I'm experimenting. Like the potatoes don't need a lot of nutrients; they really don't. Like both batches of potatoes I've grown so far, that they only got water from the fish tank. Like that's all they got. And I'm not even sure if they got new soil even in those batches. So anyway, I digress.
Leslie Cobb says it's just like tilling the ground when farming, and he's got that right on the button, I think, doesn't he?
Good night, Smashley. I'm hoping so too today. I'm hoping I get a lot of potatoes out of this, Elisa. Over on the Rumble, 23 people. There was 27 a minute ago. Appreciate that. Appreciate the interaction, you guys. If you're watching on a big screen, appreciate that too. I know you can't comment or like it, but maybe you could come back later and do so.
Looks like another new Rumbler, VPOC, VIIPOC.
HU, it says.
Yeah. Does that mean
who?
Hi.
VPOC.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe could be, definitely could be from a non-English speaking country. Well, so here, go ahead.
No, just saying hello. There we go.
Right. Well, hello. Yeah. So here's a good image of my decision. Okay, the big table on the left. Ronaldo, what's up, bro?
What's up, Bo?
The big table that I built and, kept reinforcing and having, I have a pond liner in there, all this stuff, right? But then I decided, well, I don't want to have anything growing in this room because this is where my computer and stuff is. It's where all my stuff is, it's my electronics. But then I had to go through the process of thinking about it, guys. And I'm like looking through the basement. I found a place where maybe it would work. And then I realized, well, there's no drain there. There's no drain. And you have to plan for catastrophic failure, man. If there's a leak or something and I'm not home, then I do not want it to just be out in the open basement. So right where it's at, where you guys are looking at it, there's a drain in that corner, that upper left corner there, that back left corner. And there's a drain right there on the floor. And it doesn't make any sense to put it anywhere else, honestly. So here's what I'm doing. That rack of that microgreen rack straight back there behind the fan, that I'm going to move into the other room with all the other racks. I'm going to start building out the other room where I typically have all my dirty, my table with all the used soil and everything. I'm going to move all that away. And so I have a lot of rearranging to do here at the live market, guys. But, for right now, at least making the decisions was the hard part, because I really wanted all those racks of microgreens in this room. But at the same time, the system here that I'm playing with on the right, I need to take everything out of it. I need to take that system apart. I need to take all those fish, put them in the bigger fish stock tank that I bought. You might remember the big black one that's back behind me there in the corner. It's double the size, and I need to do that. I need to tear apart this system that I've been playing with. I mean, I showed you what it's made out of and shit. It's not even half as stable as that table there and that table could probably use one more crossbar across those legs on our side here. But that's something I can add pretty easily.
So it looks like you're doing a little bit of trimming there, huh?
Yep. I want to. This time around, I did do cucumbers before, but this time around, I'm going to try to keep them sort of pruned back to just on the table. I'm going to see what happens.
Okay.
They kind of need space to vine in order to have more leaves, in order to get more sunlight, but they're limited on the sunlight anyway. So I think that's why I didn't get cucumbers last time, because they were spread. I let them spread out as far as they could go. Therefore, they're spreading nutrients way too far and wide. And so I'm gonna see what I can do this time, just for the hell. The problem is it's providing cover for gnats underneath there, and I've been spraying it. I'm gonna spray. I sprayed Prime Superior underneath, but it doesn't help as much unless you can spray everything on top and bottom. And I can only do that when I shut the lights off. And guys, I'm telling you, when your light cycle is so important as far as when you start it during the day for anything. If you're growing inside using grow lights, when you decide to have the lights on and off is so important. Mine come on just before I wake up, and they go off just before I go to bed, and which means there's really very little time. There's no time at all for me to be up when they're off, so I have to shut them off when I do a spray. When you do a foliar spray on plants, you can cause a lot of light damage, light burn, they call it, if you do any sort of moisture on the leaves, any droplets of any liquid on the exposed leaves to the sunlight. So I have to then shut the lights off during the day, which is already not so great for things, right? And so yeah, I've kind of screwed myself a little bit on my timing, but story of my life. Story of my life, you guys. But I think making these decisions has helped me, because I was kind of stuck a little bit in my process. Like, what am I going to do next? How am I going to make this happen?
Yeah.
But knowing what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take down that system on the right that's working right now, and I'm going to put everything into the new system, the bigger table that you see me standing at right now. Empty out all that, empty everything out of the table. I think I'm going to fill it with clay pebbles. I'm going to do clay pebbles because if you look at the basil in the system, the basil that's in the clay pebbles is doing so much better than the basil that's just in the water. And I know a lot of leafy greens like to just be in the water, and it's flowing water. I mean, it should be good, but it is. I mean, it's thriving. I'm eating that basil, but you can see even from this video right now, you can see the difference in the tint of the green from the basil that's in the back of the system from the basil to the right on that potted plant. You know what I'm saying? That darker green, the bigger leaves, all of it is for some reason in the clay pebbles is there's a difference. Now the roots go down through the pot into the clay pebbles underneath, so it's actually in the system. Anyway, basil's good, man. Basil actually is supposed to deter some pests. I thought basil and mint. I have both of those. What's going on here? Like I'm going to grow everything. I'm going to start getting a list of all the plants that are good to grow to deter insects. Like I think rosemary, thyme. I'm not sure if thyme's just another herb. I'll look it up. I'm not trying to be Mr. Let's get it wrong today, guys. But definitely it's worth looking up what plants can, deter. I grow a little bit of all of them. Huh?
Mint is the number one for cannabis, from what I've been told. I don't know if we should check that to be true, but yeah, mint is normally one that people plant around their cannabis.
That makes sense, and that's a big one. And I do have some growing, but it's not growing. I mean, it's getting pretty big. I actually need to transplant it, so I think I'm going to put it into its own pot somewhere so that it can really get as big as it wants.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at this guy. All right, so I'm going to take those lights off the bottom. Remember I told you those lights were on the bottom shelf of the I decided to make myself a little skid plate there instead of just laying on the floor.
From the side, you look like the Grow Bro logo.
Yeah, maybe not from the gut down. Maybe not from in the gut area, but yeah, Ash and I have talked about it. We look a lot alike in the general sense.
That's funny. And that was around for so long before,
Here, I'll do this.
You guys were destined to be friends.
Is this it here?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you want me to bring you up?
No. Well,
I already clicked it. Too late. Yep, that's pretty good. You got to turn your hat back around backwards, though, right?
No, it's forward.
Oh, I thought it was backwards.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, my bad. See, you know better than me.
Yep, it's forwards.
So now what are you doing? You setting up the light, bottom shelf light or something? Or for taking it off? Or what are you doing down there?
You can use a green light, Lisa May. Yeah, for sure. No, it's not about, oh, hey, what's up, Terry? What was the question, Steve? Sorry.
What are you doing on the ground down there? You putting up a light, or what?
I was just telling you, I'm taking the lights down from that bottom shelf.
Okay.
Remember how I was talking to you about how I had put lights up on each shelf, including the bottom one?
Yeah.
And the bottom one's not such a good idea because that's where a lot of dirt and dust and things. I mean, I don't think I want my greens growing down there, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
But Lisa May, yes, you're right. I mean, I have light to see. It's just that I don't want to shut the lights off because that interrupts the plant's light cycles, and it's not a big deal for like 20 minutes or whatever. But it's still not like ideal. It's not a big deal. It's not ideal either.
Okay.
I just came up with that. You guys can all have that one. Write it down. All right, yeah. So I just used the box to lay on. I thought that was smart. Like, yeah, I could sweep the floor, but sweeping the floor is not really gonna. I mean, I'd have to like wash the floor for me to feel like it's clean, and I'm not in like, let's go and change the oil clothes. You know what I mean? So I thought this was the next best thing. Took apart a fan box. I'm doing surgery down there, man. It was not the easiest thing. I'll be honest. Oh no. You guys gonna see my underwear brand?
In 3, 2, 1. No, there it is. That was perfect timing.
Almost right on time, SteveO. Almost right
Hey,
on time.
better than I am with the alarms.
Yeah. Well, man, those are hard because it's not in the same window.
And
Once you're watching comments, and to flip over to those sounds, it's like it's not easy.
Then when I click the button, it takes like 2 seconds for my computer to respond. So it's like,
oh, that too. Yeah. Well, also sometimes it's got to refresh. It's from the last time. Like you click it and it's got to like wait a second and then start it again. Depending on the
evening,
sound.
Terry. Terry Brothers here. What's up,
Terry was just over on the Rumble. 24 viewers over there still. What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
Don't worry, you won't get such a close-up look. I mean, I don't even know what brand these are from this. Oh, that's not my underwear. That's my belt.
Almost got you.
I fooled myself on this one. Holy shit. No, I feel like while I was filming this, I was like, yeah, I feel like my ass crack's showing. Oh, well. But maybe it wasn't really to the camera. It's okay. Maybe next time, ladies.
Maybe next time, Mary Gold.
What's up, Polly? I met Polly at the Token Float put on by Drizzle Dab, guys. Can't wait for the next one of those, man. Next year, I'm so looking forward to that. It was it was out of my comfort zone, and that felt great afterwards. It's almost like the feeling that you get when you get your homework done, or a project done. It's a similar feeling when you've like gone on an adventure of some sort of new experience. For me, that was kayaking. I had never been kayaking. I was pretty prepared for that trip, all except I didn't bring any food or water. I don't know why. It was like, oh yeah, I think I brought some water, like a bottle of water or something.
Oh boy, yeah. Not me. To be out all day like that, the whole cooler would be full of water for me.
Well, bro, yeah, that was the only thing I wasn't smart about. Oh yeah, so I'm also changing this light up on the top too, because like Ash was telling me, and it makes sense that you want to have uniformity in your lighting, and those two lights were sort of different. One was a white light, one was a purple, and different strengths and everything. So I decided to change that out too. So this one tower at least is good to go as far as me getting some product going. And I also have some boxes here. I'll show you guys, they're just boxes. One of them is containing all of my what are they called? Clamshells that I can put products in to sell. So I'm gonna have that. I also have another box here, SteveO, that's more pertaining to the aquarium for the pH down. I bought some aquarium pH down finally, and I hope that maybe this will finally let me get this thing under control.
Yeah, but then you won't be able to grow any good peppers in there. Oh wait, those weren't peppers.
You know what, SteveO? I did grow peppers one time.
I remember, and they loved it. Remember? That's why we thought that those were peppers too at first.
Yeah, well, they're not quite the same, but the leaves are similar. I'm gonna stick to that.
Yeah, I was fooled completely.
Sticking to my guns. Well, I need to grow hot peppers, and I think next time I grow peppers, they're going to be in a bin like the potatoes are, separated.
Oh.
Separated bin.
I don't mind spicy food, but I don't eat peppers though. I don't like to chew on them unless they're
sweet peppers that I grew last time.
Even worse.
There we go. API pH down, guys. Lowers aquarium pH for freshwater use. Safe for fish and plants. Safe for fish and plants.
It better be. You got a lot of fish in there, man, for the first time in a while, that you had been trying finally to get them.
Right. And it does say everything I've seen, no matter what you use, says that the fish do not appreciate, we'll say, it's not good to lower their pH by more than 0.2 per day per 24-hour period.
Okay.
0.2. So let me read here. Directions. Determine the pH of aquarium water with the API test kit. I actually do have that. And it has 25 points of test on the strip. As compared to like a pH pen. A pH pen is really nice for accuracy, I think. I do like it. But when you look at the test strips, it's actually showing you a little bit of 25 different trace elements, minerals, different things. I believe bacteria is one of them. I'll have to look at it, but anyway, there's 25 different things on that one. And it says number 2, to lower pH and add a half a teaspoon, 2.5 milliliters for each 25 U.S. gallons. So with mine, yeah, it's not bad at all. I have a 55 gallon aquarium with at least another 20 gallons to 30 gallons of water above it. So you have to add that together. And so we're looking at 80 at least. We'll call it 80. And that means in the cap usually, this cap doesn't have a measuring. I think I can find a measuring device for it. Let's see. It says 50 U.S. gallons, 190 liters of aquarium water. Oh, for each 50 gallon. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me go back. I missed a line. 25 U.S. gallons, 95 liters of aquarium water. For larger aquariums, add 1 teaspoon, 5 milliliters for each 50 gallons. Well, that's just doubling the. Okay.
Yeah.
How dumb are we supposed to? It's like, it didn't change the recipe at all. It just doubled it. For larger, for even number 4 for even larger, and it just doubles it again, and then it just keeps going. That would be funny if it just went down like 10 points. Just kept telling you that if it was larger, give it more. All right.
Yeah, you're like 1 7/8 teaspoons then, I guess, for your 80 gallons. I'd say roughly.
Number 3 says take another pH reading before dosing again with pH down, pH adjuster. Number 4. Some fish may be sensitive to pH adjustments greater than 0.2 in a 24-hour period. Yeah, 0.2. So changes of this magnitude should be done with extreme care. Okay.
I wonder what they mean by that. What's extreme care? You either do it or you don't do it. I mean, once it's in, it's in. You can't care for much after that except hope that it works out for you,
I don't know, give them a stern talking to, tell them to get along. I mean,
yeah, now don't let this bother you now.
I do have some fish de-stressor, which I don't think I'd want to combine, but it says some water is high in mineral ions such as carbonate and bicarbonate, which strongly buffers aquarium water and can resist a pH change or cause pH rebound. In these situations, repeat dosing may be necessary to lower pH. Now, I've seen this a few times. The pH rebound is something that I don't think I can test unless, well, maybe the 25-part test strip will test for the mineral ions. No, I don't think so.
No, but maybe heavy metals and things of that sort, right?
It would test for iron and copper. I've seen. I did that a few times.
Okay.
So I do know that the aquariums, especially with aquaponics, will get a depletion of iron and copper. over time. Those are additives that I've heard that have to be done. Now, I've done a couple of natural things. I threw a couple pennies in the water, and I threw a couple of nails in the water. The nails will give off iron, and the pennies will give off the copper, obviously. I don't know if that was a great idea. Someone told me to do it, and through the learning process, you talk to different gromies, as it were, and they tell you different things and to do different stuff, and that it's not always necessarily the right thing to do. But it made sense to me, so that's all I can tell you on those items. Don't take my word for those. Just look those up for sure if you do that before doing that.
There's a lot of bro science out there, and sometimes it works in certain situations, and other times, it may not. But it's always worth a good look into and research. Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were done with the video fully. And here's the comments again. Elisa May with a big one. Let's see. Glad you're having fun, enjoying your time, and learning. You got a lot of good friends to help you along the way. You've gained some knowledge over the time, continuing to grow in all aspects. That is the idea, Lisa May. Honestly, growing is not just a term for plants. We're all, like, by me growing plants, I'm learning things, and by learning things, you grow as a person. Just by having a little bit of knowledge, you start to feel more confident about things. You start to have more drive or more determination about certain aspects of your life. Like, I'm going to be determined to, clean up this garden area and make it better, and this and that. And so there's a lot of things you can learn off of going full force towards a skill or towards a goal of some kind. And a lot of us don't have a goal that we can, just sit back and focus on. If there's no goal, it kind of makes things difficult. Hey, what's up, Joe Kelly? We got Austin in the house too. I haven't used pH up and down for aquariums, but I have used regular up and down, and that first time used about half of they suggested, because it can change quite drastically. I would not use, they say that is not safe for fish, so I did not use. I do have pH up and down, but the API is supposed to be for much safer for them. I don't know what the difference is for sure, but I fell out for a while. What do you mean, you fell asleep, Joe?
Maybe.
SteveO put him under the table.
No, that didn't happen. Now, I don't know if I can smoke Joe under the table.
SteveO said, Joe, let me show you how to smoke, buddy. Let me show you how to do this. That's funny. All right, SteveO, are you ready, bro?
Yep, let me get it shared real quick. Or presented, I should say.
Sure. Leslie said over there, Leslie said peppers have full sunlight, and they have like a hot environment. For some reason, I had peppers growing in the aquarium or the aquaponics, and they were just loving it. But anyway, guys, this is that time again. We're going to be going to the next segment, y'all. It's the next segment.
Be advised, the following content is rated S for certified.
I still love that opener, man. I made it myself, y'all.
Oh yeah, that's the best, isn't it?
It's the last thing my computer ever let me make.
That's sad, but also
it took me all day, bro, all day to get that thing to sit and spin all day long every time I click something. But I got her done finally. But yeah, so here it is, guys. We are at the certified segment, Monday, October 9th. And we are the Indoor Farmer, and it is time for your certified segment. This week, here we are.
Hands together, everybody. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. You
Can
did
I-
such a good job with like there's nothing in the, there's no like
No.
useless underbrush.
It didn't change anything by doing that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It made
Did
it bigger. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that then. Boom. All right, that's what
Yes. Nice. That looks good.
made it bigger. All right, let's get this started. Yeah, not looking too bad. Oh, not looking too bad at all. He crickets me. Love it. Look at there. Boom. Getting a little frosty, guys. Oh, looks like we got a little something that blew on that butt there too. But yeah, everything's looking healthy. It's been getting cold here at night, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Gals. Oh, look at that. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, snap.
Shit, that's looking good. And these plants are finished. I'm ready to give it another couple of days this week just to see if I can get some more of those white hairs to curl up, but they are ready to go. I used my little magnifier, and I was able to see that I am fully cloudy in all my trichomes, and even there was a few where I started to see a little bit of amber starting.
Can you explain that a little bit? Imagine there's somebody watching this that never grew anything. What's the cloudy about?
Well, there's different ways. The main way of telling when to harvest your plants is always to look through magnifying glass, jeweler's loupe, microscope in some way. You look at the trichomes, which are the milky little tips that we see all this sugar and everything else on these buds, guys and gals. Look at it through the microscope, and there's three different ways, basically. You can have them be clear, which means that they are premature plants. If it's just clear, like you're looking through water in a bubble, it's just not ready yet. Then once they'll become cloudy. And once the trichomes are cloudy, that means that the plant is at its highest percentage of THC. And if that's what you're looking for, that's when you want to harvest. But at the same time, however, I like to harvest at that point because I don't want any of the next stage, which would be to have amber trichomes with having it have that amber color in there. That means that the plant is starting to produce what's called CBN, and that is what gives you that deep couch locked sleepy effect. So if you're growing an indica and you want it to be a deep heavy indica, wait and harvest it once they're all completely amber, and you'll have your best product at that point. But what I'm going for is I'm not going for the couch lock at all. I want this to be my daytime smoke. So
cheers.
I think that pretty much explains it. Anyone has any questions, though, feel free to let us know. But every one of these buds are just crazy. I love the color. Some of them are pretty dense. Others are a little larfy, but we'll get over that. I'm not seeing pests. I'm not seeing anything going on. No bud rot whatsoever. But since it's been getting so cold at night, for the last 3-4 nights now, we've been bringing the plant in to the garage and turning the lights off, of course, and then bringing it out in the morning as soon as one of us gets up. And you can't do that for too long if you're not getting the plant right back outside at dawn, because you will mess up the light schedule. If you're not getting it out there till 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, it's messing up the plant's light schedule, and it will start to seed. So you can't do that for more than a week or two. So if your plant is too far out, you just might have to be real careful with it. That's all. Damn,
yeah, mine do not look like this, man, outside.
Man, those are really nice looking buds. I hadn't got to see the video yet, and boy, they look better on camera than they do in person.
It's almost better that you get to surprise yourself too.
Looks like Sir Dookie on a date right there.
You don't even know, man. Wow.
That's a good one.
That was
Good plant.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Couldn't resist. Couldn't resist.
Yeah, but it's kind of sad though because feel like it may not happen or something. They're the right size, the right everything, but she's seeming less and less into it. Now look at that! Oh, this is the little stubby that could,
That's right.
and
And snap. These are coming inside for the testers, guys. Give me those. Going in the house.
oh yeah,
Yep, that's ready. I'm going to dry those out and smoke that up. Maybe I'll smoke. It'll probably take till Thursday or so for it to dry. I imagine they're little, so they'll dry quick. But Thursday, Friday, but we'll smoke those up. But yeah, so there we are, guys. Last 20 seconds. That's a pretty nice looking cola, though. And it's standing up on its own weight and everything. I haven't had to tie it off, obviously. You guys see. They're starting
to. How it smells.
That's how it smells right there. A-okay.
That's how it smells. Polly has a question here. Trying to use a 30-gallon reservoir to keep filtered tap water in for my plants. Also using a 30-gallon fish tank filter in it. Wanted to add fish, but don't know what I'm doing. Well, Polly, we'll have to get with you and check it out and see what you got going on for sure. Because you got to remember with fish, it's got to be some kind of a system that's not going to suck the fish up into the system. So you have to have a filter on the pump and everything else.
And that is your certified segment for October 9th, 2023, y'all. And I am going to be deciding on the genetics for my indoor grow coming up here. I'm torn between the Grow Fam heirlooms and the Tarantula Genetics, the Sugar Show. So I think I'm going to grow one of each. Because I'm only going to grow 2 plants in there. Maybe two more. I might do 2 autos next to it. I might do that.
2 autos could work, but I was gonna say don't overload it, man. I don't know. I have 4 right now, and I'm hoping to just flip them quick. They were supposed to be flipped weeks ago with the other people, and so they wouldn't have been big enough at all. But right now, I don't know. I'd probably get a couple ounces off each one.
I would, yeah. If I were you, man, as great as those plants are looking, I'd give that another month and flip them. And let them see how tall they get.
I mean, look at this.
I mean, you could give them maybe 2 weeks if you don't want them to get too much bigger. But yeah, that's pretty big. That is freaking huge.
It's bigger than my hand. The tips are longer than my fingers.
Yeah. At first, I started counting points on that. It was so big. I thought, what do you got, a 9-pointer there or something? Jeez.
The points isn't crazy, but they are big. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. It's a 9.
You got a 9? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I counted it wrong.
It's got 9, but I have 11 on the one up outside. The one outside, man, those ones are just crazy. The buds are so heavy and just drooping, and it's even wherever I'm hanging it from, even the ones there's some that aren't hanging from anything, and they're just.
It's these storms though that we get late in the fall or at the beginning of the fall like this, where it'll start snapping branches off and everything, and then the rain is so heavy because it's almost frozen when it comes down.
That's what's gonna hurt it, and I might end up just chopping them all early, turning it all into bubble hash, getting it smashed, turning it into some concentrates.
Yeah. Somebody the other day, it's funny that I didn't remember this till this second, told me that ice or water weighs exactly the same. And I'm like, yeah, but have you ever been rained on versus getting hit with a piece of hail? It may weigh the same, but it hits harder when it's ice. That's
like,
for sure.
yeah, like a solid thing hitting the leaf is much different.
Oh yeah,
than,
it's a
like,
wrecking ball.
drops. Indica for sure, Sean. Yeah, I think so, man. I like Mars Sativa, to be honest.
Yeah, that looks like it's probably leaning indica for sure. If it's a hybrid, it's definitely an indica.
That's what I'm thinking. Shane, I'm thinking definitely gonna do bubble hash if I can get
Oh yeah,
get a bucket bubble hash kit. You know, maybe just do it the old fashioned way with the whatever. What do you do? Like a wooden spoon or something?
hmm
And then
Yep.
you keep smashing it until it squishes through the screen or what?
Yeah. Basically, I mean, we just we would use ice and just shake it through the ice. We would freeze it and
Sean
shake
says
it,
dry ice.
and then just basically take it, dump it out onto parchment paper, and just let it dry out. And then we would put it into little balls, and we would use the side of the garage with a bottle jack and press it into little packs, little chunks. Just use the side of the garage and a bottle jack.
You doing the stuff that comes through the screen? Wait, what was it that you were turning into balls?
Yes, everything that came through the screen, and we would filter it out, and then we would just put it on parchment paper, let it dry, scoop it up into balls, and then just press it.
Ah, I see. That's what I thought.
Not press it out like with heat, but just in the hard balls, little
Compress.
cracks.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the. There we go.
Man, that was 30 years ago at least. Shit. I'm getting old.
Well, I don't want just the bubble hash. What I would do then, Shane, is that I would press the bubble hash with a heat press and turn that into some rosin.
That's what's up. Yep.
Valor says pucks. What's up, Val?
Some of the best hashishans out there. That's exactly the method that they recommend, is to press your bubble hash. Yep.
I think pressing the bud straight up is just not a good idea. I've pressed keef, and the keef did not turn out well. I mean, it turned out like the rosin I got was good rosin. It just was not. Wasn't good for the machines. And you have electronic machines. You have your dab rigs. It starts turning things black. Like there's a lot of plant matter in there that's being burned with the same process. And so it's not good. You got to really make it clean for these systems.
For what you put into it, in my opinion, what you get out of it isn't enough to waste it. You'd be better to wash the flour and, like you said, and press it, like you said.
Good night, Leslie.
You're better off to do that than just to press the flour, because you get like maybe an 18% return if you're lucky.
You think you're better off. So what would you do? Like press the flour and then do like maybe a purge process with that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that doing it by washing it the way you were saying with the bubble hash, I think that's the best way to do it.
Yes, I agree, because honestly, I don't know what you would do with just bubble hash. What do you do with just bubble hash?
It's hard to smoke. It is hard to smoke. You have to smoke it with a light or a heated rod or a torch. You usually can't get bubble hash to light with a lighter. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys, but I've never gotten it.
It looks like Shane is going to have an idea here from Rumble. He's got some. He says he's been missing bubble hash. So Shane, tell us what it is you would do. Cullen Smith, what's up, bro? Make a temple ball hash. Temple ball hash. You put it on top of the weed, Elisa May says. Okay. It's something similar to what Cullen probably take those balls that Cullen was talking about. Burn up the balls.
Well, Shane,
1-to-1 with Maui Wowie.
Shit. Well, it must have been really sticky, for sure, for that. That's great. I'm glad you got that.
Put it in a pen under your glass. Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, that's the way we always smoked it, but you had to hit it with more than just a lighter, usually. Well, if you cured it for 4 or 6 months, sure, there'd be nothing. It would be nice and dry, but man, who can let it go that long?
So, Cullen says, keeps your resin heads stay alive, like a sauce inside the ball. What the?
We are playing Blues Clues.
Cullen, I'm gonna need a little bit more on that one. Man.
Yeah, we got to figure out, break this one down. Okay, we know what resin heads are, but
where were we the other day when I was asked to sound like a newfie all of a sudden?
I don't remember that.
Maybe it was somewhere else. Somebody said, "Oh, I said, yeah, I worked with Jay Frost a lot, so I kind of was messing around. He would try to get me to say the accent, and now I've lost it. I can't remember any of it. But we loves you by. I know that's one of them. Most hash is supposed to be cured for 1 to 4 months. I mean, the curing process is so important, and a lot of people just skip it. Like SteveO's going to do this tester bud that will be basically skipping the curing process, right? But at the same time, you can get an idea of the taste and the flavor, and then later when he tastes the bud after it's been cured, it's going to be even better. It's going to be like, oh man, that's way better, right? So it's kind of is that right, Steve? Whoa, you all right? Don't slit your.
I almost punched myself in the face. Yeah.
It looks like you about stabbed yourself with something.
I was taking off my.
Oh my god. Well, don't let him give me a heart attack now, too. Jeez.
Right.
Oh my god, man! Like I just saw this blade, and this.
Almost got me, but nope.
Oh man!
Safe at the plate. Safe.
Not a lot of you could see that because SteveO and I are on smaller screens, but I have this on the big screen. And some of you rumblers I know are watching from the big screen. But
freezing right after chopping and running in a wash. Yeah, that's exactly what we did. We froze it. Yep.
I don't have the ability to freeze it, but I'll still just dry it, and then probably not going to do a huge trim. I'm just going to turn it into bubble hash. Preserve the trichomes, yeah. But yeah, that's called live rosin. Live rosin. Well, it depends on if you smash it. If you take the bubble hash and then you don't do anything with it, it's just called live. What is it? Still live rosin? I don't know. I think it's like live hash then, I guess. I don't know. Live bubble hash. I don't know what you'd call it. Fresh freeze? Okay, you call it fresh freeze, says Shane.
Fresh freeze.
I like that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As soon as
that's a good name.
You said exactly how I heard it in my head, just like Ricky said earlier to Bean Dango. Like fresh freeze. Fresh and freezy. I like fresh and freezy.
Fresh and freezy. It's good.
Safety first, Val. Yeah, definitely. Val, that looked like 1/2 of a pair of scissors that he was using. As a knife. Were those scissors, or was that a knife? What was it?
It was scissors, yeah.
Both sides? It just looked like half it's like half.
Well, when I whipped it so fast, the other side of the blade slapped down, so that made it even more dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, Cullen says search temple ball hash. You know what? I'll search that, Cullen. We're at the hour and 20-minute mark. We don't we're basically done. We're done with the this week's update, but like I said, there's harvest coming, a lot of work there to be done, and then all the moving I'm doing. It's going to be annoying. I was going to say amazing for some reason. Annoying, but hopefully it's going to ultimately be for the better. Let's see. Temple. What is Temple Ball Hash? From the pressclub.co. Frenchie Cannoli's Lost Art of the Hashishin Workshop, San Francisco, California, October 21st.
Yeah. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now, but I have a friend that learned from Frenchie Cannoli himself, and he's a Hashishin now. Yeah. He was one of his students.
True Ball Hash was made in the Monk.
JD.
Okay.
I'm sorry. JD, that's who it is. JD, the Hashishin.
Well, let me show you this. Let me share it in first.
Oh, that looks yum.
Looks like you can just eat it, doesn't it?
Yep, that's been cured and everything. Yum.
Todd Phillips, U.S. retired veteran, father, rock climbing expert, and rosin connoisseur.
You notice how we always go over all of our accomplishments and then we add in at the very end what we do for our growing. Why not put our growing first from now on? Be like champion grower of Mike Hood's genetics, and then I'll talk about everything else.
Takes care of 1,800 medicinal patients every year.
That's right.
Okay, here it goes. Updated 8/30/2021. Temple balls are objects of hash making lore, originating long before modern methods of ice water extraction and bubble bags. The first temple balls were made from hand-collected cannabis trichomes, which is known as charas, or from dry sift made by separating trichomes from the plant using screens. Temple balls are the original solventless cannabis concentrate. Temple balls give hash makers a way to store and preserve precious trichome heads for the long term. Frenchie Cannoli helped bring temple balls into the spotlight in recent years, teaching us how to create these beautiful and practical forms of bubble hash. His lifelong passion was learning how to create hash and better understand cannabis trichomes, including how to preserve hash in the form of temple balls. Simply put, temple balls are a collection of trichome heads isolated from the plant using the ice water extraction method, gathered together and hand rolled into a spherical mass. Traditionally, temple balls were made by hand rubbing ripe cannabis flowers and collecting the trichomes that stuck to the skin. Now, ice water extraction has become the standard, blending the old and the new. Okay. What are the benefits of making a bubble hash temple ball? Two main benefits for performing temple balls with your bubble hash, including preservation and decarboxylation activation. Okay. Preservation. The outer layer of the temple ball created a protective crush.
Crush.
Around the trichomes ahead in the center of the sphere and heads. This outer layer of protection keeps oxidation inside to a minimum, thereby maintaining the color consistency and potency of the resin wrapped inside the ball. Interesting. Activation. Now, this is what I'm wondering about. Okay. Preparing the temple ball involves exposing the hash to heat, which causes decarboxylation to occur. This is a chemical process that transforms cannabinoids like THC from their acid form into a non-acid form. And this non-acid form that unlocks the therapeutic effects of cannabis. So exposure to heat gives temple balls exceptional medical efficiency or efficacy. So when you mash them all into a ball, it says it preserves it, but it also decarboxylates it. That's what I was wondering until I read that. So it's all heated up before it's put into a ball.
No, it's decarbed only after you put the heat to it.
That's what I just said. But what I was wondering though is when that happened, I thought it was going to read that putting it into a ball over time will decarboxylate. But what it said was that it's heated up before it's put into the ball, or before it's put into a ball. That's what I just read. It says
preparing it. Yeah.
So I wonder how they used to. The ancient way was maybe they set it on some rocks outside or something.
Yeah. Actually, I was just reading out loud, like, wow, really? That's just, yeah, that makes total sense. I don't know. I never thought of that actually. That's what they would do with it. Huh?
I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a good article here. Conclusion.
Sure is.
How to make bubble hash. Oh, I guess that wasn't that much more. Temple balls give extractors an elegant and effective way to preserve the trichome heads we work so hard to isolate and collect. Their soft and luscious interior is truly a thing of beauty. Their glistening surface seems mystical. Same thing. Temple balls represent a blending of the old and the new, with modern solventless techniques like ice water extraction meeting age-old knowledge and practices for optimizing hash with only some heat and human hands. Majestic marble, a globe of pure goodness. Temple ball is calling your name. Will you answer? Dun dun dun. I don't know. I don't think I will. I might, but will I? I don't know.
Could be, maybe, sort of, maybe.
There's the chance. It's a good idea, though. Who was that? Sean that was saying that. Colin. Colin. Add to a temple ball almost like a gumball. Oh, so you can make like a big one? Try it, Polly says. Well, maybe I will. Try me. Ignore that. I'm high. In my decarbing. Now I have to read your mistake there, Shane. Decarbing it before making it a ball would ruin the whole process and experience. Well, I don't know. Like, I guess you don't just. I don't think you decarb it like a major way. I don't think it's like a. I don't know. It doesn't seem like something that you would use a ton of heat. It didn't really explain.
Well, it occurs at 250 degrees. That's when decarboxylation occurs. So they had to have at least gotten it that hot, I would guess, unless I'm mistaken.
Well, maybe, okay. How to make bubble hash temple ball. The way to make a great temple ball is to start with great bubble hash. Learn how to wash bubble hash here, okay? Ensure the bubble hash is dried. Moisture can be a big problem in the hash preservation, so don't rush a proper drying process. You'll need a heat-resistant nylon wrapping. Turkey bags work great. A wine bottle with cork, hot water, and the bubble hash. Place the hash in between 2 layers of heat-resistant wrapping and fill the wine bottle with hot water. Seal the bottle. Using your own palms, roll the bottle over the hash, thinning it out into a pancake shape. Move back and forth over the hash, thinning it out as you go. Turn the hash around and do the same to the other side. Next, remove the hash from its wrapping, fold it in half, and roll again. Once it's been rolled a couple times, on both sides. Take the hash out of the wrapping. Using gloves during this process is helpful. Fold this sheet of hash multiple times in the palm of your hand until it is a cubic shape. Squeeze firmly either side of the cube and rotate between your fingers, removing any air pockets and folds in the surface. This is the time to work out most of the inconsistencies of the material. Clasp your hands together and roll the cube back and forth between the palms. Continue this rolling until the cube is transformed into a glistening ball. Behold your temple ball. I hope you all got something out of that. Kind of makes sense. You might be muted, SteveO.
Yep. I was like, I'm still muted, shit. Hell yeah, that was a really good one.
Oh, yeah. Colin. Okay, Colin's got some insight here. He says, now we put the hash between cell phones and roll it with a wine bottle filled with hot water to about 200.
Cell phones.
Yeah, the cell phones, add that extra heat, I guess.
Cellophane.
Oh, cell phones.
It says cellophane. He says cell phones.
It's really small there.
Yeah, first you got to get, okay, first they have to be iPhone 12s or better. And then, you got to squeeze them together.
You set them down. That's what holds the paper down. What else are you going to use?
That's true. Use your phone.
Jeez,
that's
it's like the popcorn trick. Haven't you guys seen the popcorn? The cell phones that make the popcorn pop. You put those around the balls, and then they turn them into balls. You ever seen it? Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. But no, that's a good call though with the warm water in the bottle, Colin. It's good. It's probably makes things half the battle for sure. He says before that in the past they were happy with just building the friction heat from their hands, and then now they use the bottle. Okay. Oh wow! So you have one. You can just keep adding more from each harvest. Wow. Yeah, but then when would you ever get to smoke any of it?
I had no patience for that. Yeah.
Right. Like how long would you hold on to it? Using a clear wine bottle, you can see the product becoming more even. Oh, that makes sense.
In the cellophane, yeah.
That makes sense too. You guys are all full of good knowledge. But what kind of cell phones do you have to use though?
And they got to be Androids.
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, I have 2 iPhones. Is that going to get the job done?
No mixing.
Shane, you forgot one. You forgot an I in Sir. Food grade cell phones. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah, you forgot one I in Sir there, Shane. All right. Well, SteveO, it's been fun. We're at the hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes.
Right on. Oh, look, I did get one of these. He was walking around at the end of the night and gave me and somebody that was sitting next to me one.
Yeah, man, you got to get in there and get that stuff, man. Like they said, all you had to do is like them on Facebook, and you can spin their wheel, and that wheel gets you a prize. And you guys will see that. I showed a little bit of it on the video for tomorrow, but
Interstate 420.
Yeah, that's from the New Era dispensary in town here. Well, we got 22 awesome people over on the Rumble. Appreciate you guys hanging out on the Rumble. Hit that like button. 12 people on Facebook. That's pretty good as well. Appreciate you guys. Hope you all have a good week for sure. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe I should do one more dab. What do you guys think? Does anybody want to come up? We have time for one quick smoke. If anybody wants to come up, we'll do a 10 minutes from now, and we'll get out of here. If no one does, then maybe I'll just do one quick more dab with my friend SteveO, and then we'll get the heck out of here.
Let's do it.
Oh, I want to put something out as well, and I don't know, I'll have to put this out again. You guys really have to help with the how do I put this? With the prizes that you earn from game night. I know there's been several that have had trouble getting their prizes and stuff. So definitely do not relent. I have to adjust maybe and do some adjusting on my end. But we most certainly want you to have the prizes that you won. And it's not about whether or not you think that you need it, and you might say, well, just let the other person have it, or let just pass it on. The problem is I want to make sure it's safe and it's fair for everybody. So each person that happens to, I want to track down. I want to make sure that we can fix it and get it taken care of. So please help me out. Think of it as you're helping everyone else out by bringing it up and by getting it taken care of, because that's the only way I can get better at it. And it has been a wild ride, and maybe as we can, if I can get locals to grow substantially, then we'll just be buying things with that money from our other community members, our fam people we know, whatever it might be. But we're going to buy our own stuff with that and do it that way. And that way we don't have to, because, a lot of these folks are just being nice and they're donating things, and sometimes that gets overwhelming when you're not used to doing that, So I'm not giving excuses. I'm just saying that we have something to work on, something to make sure that we get better at. So I appreciate you guys being patient. Those that have, anyone that's had any issues, please let me know, because a lot of times I think it's been resolved, and then I just put it into the back of my mind, and then I'm like, someone's still waiting on something. Like, oh, okay. So, no big deal. Just appreciate all of you guys that have been into game night and into the whole process that I've been working on. And I know, SteveO, you've been more into the new way that we're doing the games and the digital stuff, and
Fun.
I like it. It's been fun, but it's also a lot of work too. And I think that the prizes and everything it can be frustrating on all ends. So I think it's worth it, but it's a necessary problem, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. He's just saying, guys, if you haven't received your prize, let us know. Don't not let us know, because like he said, you're just like, no big deal. I'm not there for
Right.
it. Yeah, because we want to make sure that there's no disconnect at all in that way. We want to make sure that you get what's coming to you, and make sure the sponsors get it out, because sometimes they're sponsoring many things, and they forget, or stuff happens. We'll just go to them and make sure you get it. No big deal. We're here for you,
everybody. Cheers. Shane, you want to come up? Let me send you a message, or SteveO, if you can. I don't know if you're hitting something, but cheers. I'll get you the link here in a moment.
This is called Jugo. I just smoked some rosin though, man, and my whole room smells like freaking skunk now. I bet you if Kelly comes up, the first thing she'll say when she walks up here, she'll go, "Damn, it stinks in the entire floor."
Well, we got to get the week started off right, everybody.
Yeah.
Definitely come through tomorrow. We have a special guest supposed to be on tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. As always, it can be tough, but yeah, supposed to be having someone come on to show their products off, but I'm also going to show you all the event that we went to.
Yeah, skunky weed's the best, Val. You ain't lying, man. There's a lot of breeders right now looking for that old 80s, 90s skunk right now. They're all looking for it.
I
Everybody.
don't know. I'm not into skunk. I like earthy.
I
We
like
got
skunk.
Shane in the house. What's up, bro?
What's up, Shane?
everybody? Nah, shit. How y'all guys doing?
Now we got to do another dab. We meant do a dab with us, but now we'll do a second dab with us.
Yeah, see, and honestly, it's mostly because my dragon egg doesn't have water in it right here. So, I mean, gosh, I'm just gonna have to do another dab. I'll do it. Yeah, I can do a more conservative dab.
I'm down.
Have people look at your bong rig and be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't handle that." It's like, you can take a really tiny hit on a giant bong. Like, although, okay, let me back up a minute. I got to push back. The bong that we saw yesterday, SteveO, that we got pictures of.
Oh yeah.
You can't take a tiny hit on that because even a tiny hit, like you just can't
Actually,
hear it. It's too big. What do you got there though? You got a Gravitron, you said?
I do.
Oh, nice.
Those are really cool.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
hold on, let's pull you up. No one's commented for a moment anyway.
But I think I'm gonna hit it off this one instead.
We'll do
Might be a little bit easier.
do this here. Here we go.
Oh man, you got.
Oh,
Clean that banger, bro. Gotta clean that banger, man.
Oh man, I didn't see it, and now he froze.
Oh shit! Did he freeze?
He froze.
Shane froze. Damn. That's about the dirtiest banger I ever seen, man. Health. You can see, like, when I do cold starts, I already did a dab, and look at that. I still have a bunch of dab left in the bottom to do a brand new dab again. And the only thing about it is I've already heated it up once, so now it has a ton of CBN in it. So the second dab is actually going to be a droopy dab, even if it's a sativa. That's the only thing bad about reheats.
Yeah, you don't realize that, but reheating it is like double.
Yeah.
It's like affecting it to a hotter degree, which will pull in those CBNs or the heavier CBDs at least.
Yeah, I picked up a bottle of CBN from Drizzle Dab while I was at the event. And it's 16 milligrams per dropper, which just seems crazy to me to even take 16 milligrams. So I think we'll be doing quarter droppers, but it's straight CBN. And Kelly and I are going to try it for sleep because I'm about this close to sleeping pills, man, if I don't start, getting more than...
CBN's not doing it, huh?
No, weed's not doing it. It'll be 4 hours roughly. Or if the sun comes up, as soon as I see it, just peek through a curtain. It's over. I'm done. No sleep.
Have you tried blacking out your room more?
Yeah, we do a pretty good job with that.
Well, should be no peeking. No peeking.
No big.
When I was a young Ute folk, I hung. Well, okay, let me see here. I hung with. Had a bong made of bamboo that had to get on the cabin roof to hit it. You guys are really trying me tonight, aren't you, Pelly? You're really trying me. What the heck? I'm just kidding with you, Polly. I'm not quite sure where you're going with this. When you were a Ute, folks, you hung with, had a bong made. So I'm having trouble here a little bit. But I did was hung. Who was hung?
You get on the cabin roof to hit. So it was so tall, you had to get on the cabin roof to hit it. Okay.
I see.
Yeah. So when I was a youth, folks I hung with had a bomb made of bamboo that we had to get on the cabin roof to hit it. Tin roof rusted.
Ah, I see. That makes more sense. You got to talk like you. Well, the spoken word's easier on that one, but you sound like "Oh brother, where art thou?"
Yeah, don't. See, I'm from West Virginia. That's where I grew up. So I can pull off a Southern accent if I want to. I completely stopped my Southern accent when I moved out to Illinois 30 years ago, but I can still do it if I want to.
We got two Shanes back there.
Yeah, he's not coming.
Trying to get one of them.
Yeah, neither one of them are allowing them to do it.
Come on, Shane.
Cream cookie, 75 milligrams, she said, from, what is that, Hat Trick Bakery.
Hat Trick Bakery, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to eat one of them and give Kelly the other one.
Come on, Shane. I'm counting on you.
Hey, Kelly.
I can't just keep eating this up, though, so I'll have to.
Cream, 75 milligrams. Yeah, cool. You want me to save it for tomorrow?
Yeah, because I already took 2.
Oh, okay.
But I'd like to have some of that meat.
It's right here.
Yeah.
Bring your thing.
Well, I already have it filled with something else. So.
We're interrupting the show, literally.
No, you're not. You're not interrupting anything. I'm waiting for Shane. I'm seeing if he.
I didn't say she is. I said we are right now.
Oh, I see.
I should have.
I mean, neither. You guys are fine. Actually, you were the only action going on. I was just like, cookies and what's going on here? All right. I was listening in. Sorry, Kelly. Apologize.
Now, I realized it all of a sudden. I go, wait a minute. I'm literally sitting here like the middle of the show.
We're in a holding pattern, but I am actually probably just going to get going, guys, because it looks like Shane's having some trouble, and I don't really need another dab. But I did cook everything off, so it's good to go. But I appreciate you all coming. If you haven't yet, please smash that like button. Share the show with your friends if you can, if you like us. And if you're on Rumble and you're not logged in or anything, come find us somewhere else, and find us somewhere that you can follow us. Really appreciate your participation over there. Thank you again. SteveO, that cookie looks good, man. I'm going to have to go get me a snack. Let's hit the road, bro.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Rumblers and Facebookers.
Thanks, everybody, for coming through again. Thanks, everybody on Rumble. It's good to see you again. And remember, tomorrow is the Indoor Farmer reviews, and that will also be at 8:30 Central Time. And Peace News and Views, we're going to have Sans Pure from Anti Apparel.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be good.
7 o'clock.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
smoke weed every day. I got him. Actually, we're gonna play this ad real fast because
that's right. Yeah.
Gotta make sure we pay the man, but just so you know that there was no game night and stuff, and so we're gonna probably wait a week on some more SunMed gift cards. Everyone get caught up. Everybody that needs to call and do their appointment and things like that. We're gonna wait for everybody to catch up, but we definitely still are rooting for them, and we're gonna make sure that you guys all get your awesome medicine needs from right here, guys. Oh, good night, everybody.